Hello everyone, welcome back to AeroHub and welcome to the series of lectures in aerospace structures. In this lecture we'll discuss about how to estimate the shear force as well as shear flow distribution in a tapered wing section. And you can see, you are aware that tapered wings are mostly used to achieve maximum amount of lift. Okay, you will be having an elliptical lift distribution when the taper ratio is 0.4, and this all things are aerodynamics part. I am not going to explain about aerodynamics. In this lecture we will find out how to estimate the shear force as well as the shear flow distribution, and also we will estimate the loads acting on the boom areas. Okay, we can see in this figure we have a tapered wing section of a length delta Z, and we are keeping this particular 3D beam. This is a 3D structure in XYZ plane. This is the Z axis, this is the vertical Y axis, and this one is the X axis. And you can see that we are applying two shear force along X direction and Y direction, that is Sx, which is the shear force acting in the X direction. Sy is the shear force acting in the Y direction, and this direction of shear force, that is Sx and Sy, will be positive. Okay, that is the direction of the shear force will be positive here, and also the moment mx and my acting along the X direction and Y direction, these directions are taken as positive. Okay, now you can see in this figure we have number of boom areas throughout the beam. You can see that these are the boom areas. These boom areas are throughout the beam of this tapered wing section, and we are considering a boom, that is the rth boom. And since this is a 3D structure, there will be components of axial load, that is the boom areas are mainly used to take the direct stress or direct load. Okay, and the skin will carry the shear load. In this case, the boom area will carry the axial load, and the resultant load is PR for this boom, rth boom, and the area of this boom is BR. Okay, area of this boom is considered to be BR, the cross-sectional area, and the component of load along the X direction is PXR, this one, and for Y direction is PYR. Similarly for Z direction is PZR. Okay, the resultant of these three components, that is PXR, PYR and PZR, will give the component PR. Okay, now to calculate the components of load, we need YZ plane. From YZ plane is nothing but the front view. We can check out that when we are viewing this beam from the YZ plane, that is nothing but the side view of the beam. This is the total length of the beam delta Z, and you can see the boom will be in a tapered manner. Okay, and you will understand this concept while doing the problem. Just remember that to find out the value of PYR, we need the side view, that is the YZ plane, and to find out the value of PXR, we need the front view. Okay, PXR is nothing but XY plane, that is we are viewing from the front. Okay, so to find out the value of PXR, we need the front view, and to find out the value of PYR, we need the side view. Okay, so this basically we in the previous lecture we discussed that PYR is equal to PZR into delta YR by delta Z. Okay, so this delta YR we are getting from the side view. Similarly, we have the equation Px, R will be equal to PZR into delta XR by delta Z. Okay, this delta XR is getting from the front view of the beam. Okay, so we will discuss that while doing the problem. Just remember this, we have to get the value of delta YR, this slope, from the side view for PYR, and PXR from the front view. Okay, and Then what about PZR? PZR is nothing but if we have a value of sigma ZR into BR gives the PZR. Okay. Now we will derive the equations, and we are aware that sigma ZR is the direct stress acting on earth boom. Okay. Therefore, PZR is equal to sigma ZR into BR. This is the first equation. From that we are finding out the PZR. Now we have PYR, that is the component of axial load in y direction, that will be PZR into delta YR by delta Z, equation number 2. This is from the side view of the wing or wing structure or the tapered beam. Okay, then PXR will be equal to PZ, R delta XR by delta Z, equation number 3. Okay, so these are the components of axial load acting on the boom. So to find out the resultant axial load, we have PR will be equal to PXR square plus PYR square plus PZR square, the whole power 1 by 2. The root of the root mean square velocity, root mean square. Okay, equation number 4, not root mean square velocity. Went back to the plus 2. Okay, so we got the value of the components of axial load acting on the boom. We got PZR, PXR and PYR, and also we got the resultant component of boom area, resultant component of axial load acting on the boom. Now we have to find out the value of shear force Sx. Okay, let consider that Sxw and Syw. Okay, these are the resultant shear force due to shear flow in web as well as skin. Okay, so we have Sx, that is a total applied shear force in x direction, will be equal to Sx of W, that is nothing but the resultant shear force due to shear flows, plus we have a axial load acting in the y direction, that is your PYR. Okay, and we have number of booms. We have lot of booms for there will be many number of booms for the entire wing structure. So we'll write summation of R is equal to 1 to n PXR, not PXR. Okay, equation number 5. Similarly, Sy will be equal to Sy of W plus summation of R is equal to 1 to n PYR, equation number 6. Now what you will do, you have to substitute the value of PXR and PYR in equation number 5 and 6. We have the value of PXR and PYR, okay, in terms of PZR. Okay, just substitute the value of PYR and PXR in equation number 5 and 6. So I will be getting Sx is equal to Xx of W plus summation R is equal to 1 to n. PXR is nothing but we have PZR delta XR by delta Z, equation number 7. Similarly, Sy is equal to Syw plus summation R is equal to 1 to n PZR ZR delta YR by delta Z, equation number 8. Okay, now to calculate the value of shear flow, we need the value of shear force on the web or web and the skin. Okay, so Sx W is equal to Sx minus summation R is equal to 1 to n, just taking this equation towards the left hand side. PZR delta XR by delta Z, equation number 9, and SYW is equal to SY minus summation R is equal to 1 to n PZR delta YR by delta Z, equation number 10. Okay, now to find out the value of shear flow. Okay, basically for a tapered wing, there will be always the shear force along the y direction when comparing to x direction. Okay, so we will be having SYW if the section is symmetric. Okay, this is the general equation, minus SYW divided by IXX integral 0 to S Ty ds plus we have boom area BR YR. Okay, this is the general equation, and basically I am neglecting the value of shear force in the x direction because comparing to the shear force in the y direction, the shear force in the x direction is negligible in the case of a tapered wing, and the section is symmetric. Okay, that means IXY will be equal to 0. Okay, so in the next lecture we will solve a problem. Through that you will understand how to find out the shear flow for a tapered wing at a section. Okay, so that's all about this lecture. Thank you so much. Take care.